Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
And don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you never miss an upload.
They said they haven't been seen together for a while, so they haven't performed together for a while, so that could be why they said they haven't been seen together for a while.
Yeah, because when she starred on Knots Landing, she was about 20, 21 maybe.
Mm.
And that was in the really early 80s.
Are you ready?
So she's close to 60.
Y'all ready for this?
She's not 60 already. Wow. Oh, you got your little note thing.
Y'all ready for this?
We're ready.
Excuse me.
Piggy.
Welcome back to another podcast. Today is Masked Singer Friday.
Woo,
Friday. Where today we're going to cover the most recent episode of The Masked Singer. It did feel a little on the shorter side, but that's because there were less people this episode. Although don't worry, Ken was there to fill up all of the needed time by just going on and on and on and on and on. How do you feel about this episode?
It was short, but it was okay. Better than last week.
I do have one question. Why have the fake audience? What's the purpose of the fake audience? You know, I would much rather them be panning to the judges' reactions to the singer than to be showing a fake audience.
Get rid of the audience.
Yeah, seriously. Can we do a poll? Get rid of the fake audience, please.
To be honest with you, when they said they wanted people from home to be part of the audience, I thought it was going to be full of TV screens.
Me too.
And everybody was going to be on and cheering and, you know.
Yeah, come on.
I guess they didn't want any outside interruptions while the people were singing.
Take some notes from like wrestling.
I guess they didn't want to hear.
They have a giant
toilets,
washing
dishes.
Who's taking their computer into the toilet or their phone on video into the toilet?
Well, they could be like sitting here doing that and somebody goes right into the bathroom next door. And
wrestling does it, but you can't hear them though. That's the thing. It's just visual. You can't really hear them per se.
But that's what I was expecting to see.
Yeah, me too.
I didn't expect to see holograms or
it's like
them.
They're like old audience recorded clips,
and then they try to get like certain reactions from the audience.
I would rather you not have the fake audience and just show the judges because they're funny.
Because it didn't look cool when the giraffe was like, "Come on, stand up." And there ain't nobody there to stand up.
Well, the judges stood up. Yeah, the judges stood up and were dancing. Nicole got up in her one-piece romper, white romper that you were like, what is that? You were like, what is she wearing?
The hell is she wearing?
Ken and Robin. Ken was looking like he hadn't slept in like 10 days and he was like off the chain. He was like someone who hasn't slept in 10 days who's kind of going a little bit crazy, maybe has been pumped up on like a bunch of caffeine, but hasn't received any proper rest. Ken and Robin Thicke both shopped at the same store to get their nice matching tops.
Yeah, they were matchy today.
And Jenny, there was nothing really, she wasn't doing anything crazy today, but she was looking quite gorgeous.
Like
I must
always.
say. Yeah, her eyes were really popping today.
Always.
They were like so blue. I was like, whoa, she's the best looking person up there right now.
She is. She's always the best looking person up there.
We had to talk about how they opened up with the Robin Thicke.
Oh my God,
Robin.
that was so funny.
What's that guy's name again? Adam or something? Is it Adam?
No, it's not Adam.
Hold up. I had to see what was the name of the guest. He has appeared multiple times. Oh, Joel McHale.
Yeah.
Joel
I know
McHale.
It was like M in there somewhere.
Joel McHale came in with dressed up as the Robin, pretending to like do a performance and everything. It was gold.
And then he was singing.
I loved it.
What was that song?
He was singing Blurred Lines.
Blurred Lines.
He was like, don't. Everybody get up.
And he's like, get up.
Oh my God, I remember that song.
No, there's nobody there to get up. Stop it.
Hey.
I love that song. What you talking about?
Oh my gosh. Blurred Lines. I know you want it. Do you remember all of the freaking...
Every time I hear that song, all I think about is the performance with him and...
Miley Cyrus.
And she's
things I can never unsee. That I wish I could.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Do you remember all the controversy behind that song when it came out and the performance?
I know.
Yo, Robin Thicke was the center of controversy for a good couple minutes, you know?
Want it? You know you want
There was a
it.
lot of controversy on that song saying
There's
that
nothing
he's
wrong with that
encouraging.
song.
Yeah, there's a lot of controversy on that song saying that he's like encouraging that even though they say no, they mean yes. Like
No,
that's what they're making.
no.
I mean, obviously that wasn't the intent of the song, but you know,
No.
controversy. So just don't forget that Blurred Lines was an incredibly controversial, I can't talk, was a very controversial song. And we all forget about it. So moving on. Let's start with our lineup of performances that we had today, starting with the popcorn. The popcorn came back and she snapped, crackle, popped
Yes,
with
she
another great
did.
performance,
I'm telling you,
which
she has
sounded
that-
legendary.
She's
She had a legend voice.
Yes, she does. She has a legendary voice. Legendary.
So let's get into the clue package. I picked the popcorn costume because I wanted to step far outside of my comfort zone, but my favorite part so far is flirting with Nick. I'm not the only one here looking like a snack. I wasn't always a healthy treat. When I was a tiny colonel, I suffered from a bizarre condition. I couldn't eat or sleep. I developed severe anxiety and felt like I was in an emotional prison until I dug deep into my pop core and found my voice, which led me away from the drama to the other side. Yes, because of my voice, I survived, and tonight I can deliver up another delicious performance. Oh my God, why did I not see this before? It sounds like she is alluding to that relationship that it's exactly what happened. Her abusive relationship, she found her voice, she stood up for herself, and she got herself out of the situation. Tina Turner.
I'm telling you, it's Tina Turner. And
It
she
really
did
does.
perform I Will Survive after that breakup. She did that in one of her concerts.
Her droned-in clue was a planet. And she said, the second rock from the sun may be far away, but it should bring you closer to me. So we were thinking maybe that was like a reference to like the 3D, like that show Third Rock from the Sun. Does she have anything to do with that show? I don't know.
I don't know. But I still say it's Tina Turner. When I heard her today, I was like, that's Tina Turner. And look at her legs. Her legs. Tina Turner is in shape. I don't care what age she is. She looked good.
Yeah, the legs match. Let's see.
That's Tina Turner.
Yeah, I don't see anything Tina Turner related to Third Rock from the Sun. What about like Venus in general? Let's check Venus. Tina Turner.
Venus.
We're going to check. Let's see.
I mean, they showed her like in a hospital bed and everything.
It says that Venus designed a tennis dress inspired by Tina Turner.
Maybe that's what
that could be it.
That could be.
It does match the clue with second planet from the sun, which would be Venus. For a second, I was like frozen. I was like, wait, what's the second planet? Oh, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto. I still know my planets. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Pluto planet, not a planet? I don't know. They keep going back and forth. First, they said Pluto is not a planet because sometimes it revolves around Neptune. Now they're trying to say it's a planet again. Science, make up your mind.
Focus.
You know what? To me, I'm just going to keep it as a planet in my mind forever. Okay? The end.
But I still say Tina Turner. I recognized her voice. And when she came out and performed today, I was like, I'm sold. That's her.
Yeah, I'm with you on Tina Turner.
She did go through that illness where her voice, she almost lost her voice. And because of her abusive relationship, he forced her to sing, and that kind of changed her voice, which made it unique because it made her stand out and it made her more famous.
Wow, so, what a woman! What she's been through.
Oh yeah,
to be where she is now. My goodness.
If any woman wants a role model, that would be her.
Yeah, that's crazy. It makes me want to watch. I haven't seen that movie. Maybe I should watch it.
What's it horrible. Called? It's I have no idea what it's called. I don't know if it's called Ike or.
Let's see.
But
Tina Turner.
It's a good movie. It'll make you go through like emotional roller coasters.
The movie is called What's Love Got to Do with It?
Yeah, that's it. What's love?
And Tina Turner is played by Angela Bassett, so you know it's good because Angela Bassett is like she is top tier.
No, I'm telling you, when you look at the movie, you swear you don't see her, you see Tina Turner.
Yeah. I'm looking at the picture here and she does look just like her.
She looks just like her. She moves like her in the movie. She got her moves because baby got back.
I love Angela Bassett.
Yes. So do I.
Okay.
She's a great actress.
Yeah. So I think at this point, I'm going to say we're both sold on
Tina Turner.
Tina Turner is the popcorn.
Yep.
So up next.
I knew it was a diva.
Yeah. Up next, we were graced by the Double Trouble Snowy Owls. Back again for another performance.
Great performance at that.
Yeah, another great performance. They sang Like I'm Gonna Lose You by Meghan Trainor. Oh, by the way, I didn't say what Popcorn sang. Popcorn sang Falling by Harry Styles, which I thought was an interesting choice. Snowy Owl sang Like I'm Gonna Leave You. What?
I'm Gonna Love You.
Like I'm Gonna Lose You by Meghan Trainor featuring John Legend. The clue package. Yeah, the clue package was our Masked Singer debut was a hoot. And while we love being the first ever to compete as a pair, wheeling around in a giant egg isn't all it's cracked up to be. Luckily, we've always had each other's back. Like when I was going through a messy breakup and got swept up through an avalanche of emotions. I took his side and was his anchor, despite backlash from our community. And while I was in low places, he was my knight in shining armor. I had an opportunity fit for a queen that I was too scared to do, but I said, you can do it. So I took a leap of faith and it was life-changing. Being there for each other has made us super tight, just usually not this tight. So here's what confuses me, because like the clue package always makes it sound like they're brother and sister.
Exactly.
And then at the end, she was like, well, brother and sister could sing a love song, right?
No, they're saying, why do they keep thinking that we're a married couple? A brother and sister can sing a love song to each other, right?
Yeah. But here's the thing. Maybe I don't know if they're trying to put it off, like to really make them think that they're siblings.
I don't know.
If it's like a deliberate, they don't want them to think they're married, or if they're trying to throw off the panel guesses.
I don't know.
We have recently stumbled across a popular fan guess on the two that we are semi kind of towards. I'm not 100% in it, but I kind of believe it could be possible. Clint Black and Lisa Hartwood.
Could be.
Just because so many of the clues line up with them. Like the Dallas clue, which refers to Lisa. The what was the other thing?
She's from Texas.
The Pearl. The Pearl clue. Their daughter's name is Pearl. Yeah, there's just like a lot of clues that say that that gear towards them. And when they sang, it kind of sounds like them, especially Clint.
And then she did play that Tabitha.
Oh yeah,
in the movie.
The drone clue was a witch hat, which they said, we will tip our hats to whichever one of you figures out the clue.
To which?
Yeah, exactly. To which. It's a witch hat. And Lisa played Tabitha on Bewitched. So that would like match up with the witch hat clue. And then, now here's my question. If you're still geared towards that it could be Donny Osmond and Donny and Marie Osmond, what of any of those clues relates to them?
Well, D for Donny and Dallas.
Are they also from Dallas?
Yes, they are.
Texas?
Yes.
What about the witch hat? Like, how does that relate to them?
I have no idea.
That's the
that
one
was the part that got me. I was like, dang it.
Because I'm like, the drone clue should be a fairly big clue, right? So we can match the Venus clue to Tina Turner.
But what would the D be for him, the owl?
I don't know.
Because they dropped the D for his clue.
I thought the D could be...
Could it be one of his albums?
It could be a name. The thing is, it was like a D, like in lights.
Yeah. So could it be like the name of one of his
albums?
Could be
like your name in
one
lights.
Of his songs? I don't know. I know the DAL Dallas could be, which was
it was like Dallas clue. Cowboys.
And I know it was a basketball.
Oh, yeah. It's a basketball.
But she also played on Knots Landing, which was based in Dallas.
Right. And I think their previous clue package had something about knots.
Like
which also relates to Knots Landing. Right. That's why like all the clues very much point to them.
And I'm wondering if she was a Dallas cowgirl. No,
I didn't see that in her history, like in her bio. But talking about the breakup, I said it could be a metaphorical breakup because a big controversy apparently in their relationship that a lot of people had nasty things to say about is how he was like, I guess he had a big fall in his career and she was the one who was like picking him up and like kept going
Well, that's what couples do.
And so people are like, oh, he dragged her down and this and that. She gave up everything to be devoted to him. So there's a lot of like controversy-ish behind their relationship. So
that's why they're still together.
I know, right?
Yep. Sometimes there's a quote for that. It's not just take.
Is that Akon song? Too. Nobody wanna see us together, but we don't matter, no.
That's right.
'Cause I got you.
That's right.
Remember that song?
Yes, I do.
Oh my God. Remember when Akon was big? I was like so off, but yeah. So for this one, that's so far going to be like my best guess. That it's one of those two.
I could see it being them, but I could also see it being Donnie and Marie. So
yeah, as opposed to
do a little bit more digging on them.
Yeah, I had to do some deep dive research. As opposed, know
what the witch hat is.
Yeah, as opposed to the panel guesses, Will Ferrell and Rachel McAdams. No. I didn't get that one. Garth Brooks and Trisha Yearwood. Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman.
No,
I'm not a fan of these guesses.
No. Only Nicole Kidman because she was Samantha on Bewitched.
Yeah, but Samantha. I don't know.
So the witch hat.
I don't know. I'm not sold on any of those. The one I'm most sold on right now is the Clint and Lisa thing. Yeah. And that's going to be my guess from now until we get some more clues on them and some more information.
Yeah.
Or I find a better guess. I don't know. So the next performer was the Sun. And the Sun came out again with another wonderful performance. And her clue package was, I love dressing up as the Sun. It's like every day is Halloween. I really do feel like a kid again. I missed out on a lot of my childhood growing up in a fractured home, but lately I've made up for the lost time, discovering childlike outlets to make life magical, like going into the woods to find harmony and nature. I love dirt in my toes, a young memory of mine in the land that slides as my heart walks a line. That didn't make any sense. And I've become a whiz at cooking up tasty treats for like-minded and material girls. Finally, I'm always looking at the bright side. Burning ugly rumors out of my life. Now I'm over the moon in this ultimate outlet for fun and joy. And she sang Praying by Kesha.
Mm-hmm.
The drone clue was an 8-ball, and it said, will this magic 8-ball help you conjure up my identity? Outlook, not so hot. So...
But your thought on this one is Leanne.
These clue packages.
Leanne Rimes.
Yeah, Leanne Rimes. That's
and you
still
have
my
me
guess.
so sold on Leanne Rimes that when she performed today, all I saw was Leanne
I know,
Rimes.
you can't, like, once you see it, you can't unsee it.
It's like, I didn't care too much about the clues because all I could see is her.
Yeah. So apparently this person likes Halloween. Here's the thing. I really don't know a lot about Leanne Rimes. That's the thing. I don't know a lot about her. I've just listened to her over and over and over and compared the voices, and they just sound too identical to me for it to not be her.
Yeah.
And if it's not Leanne Rimes, it's a wonderful Leanne Rimes impersonator because it literally, like, it sounds like her. Yeah. It really does. I'm sold on it. And you can look this up for yourself. The very first song she sang, 'Cause I Love You by Lizzo. Yes, she sang this song like 2 years ago. Identically to how she performed it on The Masked Singer. So you can go onto YouTube and search up Leanne Rimes, 'Cause I Love You, and you will find her singing the song, especially when she does like the high note and the way that she moves her arms and everything. It's like completely identical.
The way she moves, the way she can't sit still.
Yeah, the way she sings.
You would have thought she would have sang something else. But
well, she sang something else this time. She sang Praying by Kesha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like a song choice she would make. Yeah, I guess. The other guesses were Mandy Moore, Demi Lovato, Catherine McPhee, Carrie Underwood.
Definitely not Carrie Underwood. That is not her voice. Carrie Underwood has a unique voice.
Yeah, that sounds like the only thing I could see them kind of thinking it because of the part where she talks about missing out on childhood because of a fractured home, and she sings a lot about growing up, I guess, in a rough household. So that part, and then who was it? Jenny said something about her going Underwood. So she was walking Underwood.
It wasn't like, Jenny. It was
Nicole, your favorite.
She was like, guys, didn't you see when she was walking in the woods? She went under the wood, Underwood, Carrie Underwood. I'm like, stupid. Sit down. I was like, you look like you're wearing a big old diaper. Sit down.
It doesn't sound like Carrie Underwood. She has a very distinctive voice, and it doesn't sound like her.
No, not at all. Carrie Underwood is too country. She cannot disguise that voice.
Yeah, and she's got this distinctive thing in her voice that is like, when you hear a Carrie Underwood song, it's just, you know, it's just something that she has that nobody else does. I would
recognize her voice anywhere.
It's like, who else has a very distinctive voice? Like Adrienne. Adrienne had a very distinctive voice. Nobody else sounds like her when she sings. There's some people who just have these distinctive voices. And yeah. And finally, this is not in order of how they showed.
No, it wasn't, because the giraffe was
I did it out of order. Giraffe was not last.
I was like, you did not stay in context.
Yeah, but I saved him for last because he was the one who was unmasked this episode. Aww. So we had the giraffe tonight, and let's see.
He sang that song from Kool and the Gang.
Yeah, what was that song called?
Get Down on It. Come on and get down on it. Oh, what you gonna do? Do you want to get down? And what you gonna do? It's Get Down on It.
They never put in
the
information for the person who got unmasked.
Well, that's a ripoff. How you wanna do it if you wanna dance on the dance, like getting on the wall. Get your back up off the wall. Oh me. How you wanna do it if you really don't want to jam? Walk down on the wall. Get your back up off the wall. You know the music. Get down on it. Come on in. Get down on it. Come on in. Get down on it. Come on in. Get down on it. Da-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-doo.
Well, anyway, so the giraffe was the one who was unmasked this episode. He sang a song by Kool and the Gang.
Get Down on It.
Get Down on It. Yeah, I was like, I can now remember the name of the song.
I can.
So the giraffe was revealed to be... What the hell? Brian
Austin Green.
Brian Austin Green. 90s heartthrob. Brian Austin
from
Green.
Beverly Hills 90210.
Here are some clues that were missed. The carnival theme in the clue package was a reference to Green's rap album, One Stop Carnival. The robin on his shoulder was a nod to Judge Robin Thicke, who Green has been friends with for years.
They were little.
Yeah. The multiple racing references were a nod to Green winning the Celebrity Grand Prix in 2010. The peaches were a reference to the hot 90210 hangout spot, the Peach Pit. The fox and the binoculars was an ode to Green's wife, Megan Fox. Additionally, the herd of 5 giraffes were a tribute to Fox and Green's 4 children.
Wait a minute, he's married to Megan Fox?
That's
and
what
they
it
have
says.
4 children?
Correct.
What? I didn't know he was married to Megan Fox.
So I guess his thing of 5 was his wife and 4 kids.
Oh, yep. That's why the Transformer thing and the Fox and all that.
Brian Austin Green.
See, if I would have known he was married to Megan Fox, I would have probably
that's what the Fox was. Yeah.
Brian Austin Green. I had a crush on him when he was on Beverly Hills 90210. He was so cute.
Well, apparently a lot of people did.
He's so cute.
So he's not that mad about being voted off the show. He said that the costume was getting too hot and heavy for him anyway. So he said he was on there for just the right amount of time. 2 performances was good for him. He is happy. He is good to go. He enjoyed his time. But he said,
at least
sayonara.
He's a good sport.
Yeah, at least he still performed and everything.
He was so funny because after he sang, it was when Ken was like going on and on and on and on.
That was so funny when Ken was like, and
everybody was like sleeping, and it was so funny because he tapped his shoe on the stage, and then they came out and brought him tea, and he started like sipping his tea.
They made it look like he was drinking tea, and then he laid on the floor, and everybody was pretending to be asleep
on her neck, like she's on a plane going to sleep.
Yeah, that was funny.
Everybody just started like going to sleep and
then they
to
did
each
like
other.
A commercial break thing, and then they came back and he was still going
talking. And
that was good stuff.
So Brian was cool about it. He laid on the stage and was just laying there until Ken stopped finally talking.
Yeah. So
I don't know what was wrong with Ken tonight. I mean, he was all over the place.
I was like, whoa, he hadn't slept in 10 days. So that looks like a crazed, over-caffeinated person who hasn't been allowed to sleep.
And I know exactly what was wrong with him. He was hyped up.
I know exactly who this is.
Who that is. Who that? True that.
We know exactly who everyone is, except for some of them.
I know.
So
I can't wait for next week.
I guess we don't know
the
exactly
other performers.
who they are.
Get down on it.
Yeah. So who's your favorite performer so far?
Well, I'm going to have to say, I don't know. I like all of them.
Yeah.
It's hard. Usually I have like my favorites.
Yeah.
And then there's some that I can't wait for them to be unmasked. But now it's like I don't want none of them to be unmasked, but I still want to know who they are.
Yeah.
So I have like mixed emotions because I really like all of them.
I'm between the sun and the seahorse.
That's who didn't come out today.
The seahorse and the serpent. That's because they're from Group B.
Oh, she is?
Like, yeah, seahorse.
She performed like after popcorn or something.
No. Seahorse, whatchamacallit, the serpent. Who else? Seahorse, whatchamacallit, serpent, crocodile. That was like Group B.
Yeah.
So they should be the next episode. It should be the Group B.
Yeah. And the whatchamacallit.
Yeah, whatchamacallit with the one eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. My top 3 right now are seahorse, the sun, and the serpent. Yeah. Those are like my top 3.
I mean, even when Brian was doing Get Down on It, I liked it.
I know. I was like, he's good.
I like it.
I was like, yay. You know? Again.
I mean, I kind of knew he was going to be the one chosen to go home because out of all of them, it would have to have been him because he was the least, I guess.
Yeah.
But they were all still good.
That's kind of iffy. Yeah, his performance was still good in like its own way.
His costume was good. His performance was good.
I know. I was like, oh, I like his costume. I don't want his costume to go.
I know.
Well, apparently he wasn't that fond of it because it was hot and heavy.
I don't blame him. I mean, those things are heavy. I mean, his thing was so tall.
Picking a giraffe probably sounded good at first until you get the costume on. You're like, dang, why did I pick to have this costume with a giant neck on it?
Why did I pick this costume?
Yeah. Well, you were sold on that it was Vanilla Ice all the way up until you took it off. And then you were like, what? It's him? Oh my gosh.
What was that guy's name? Mikhail?
Mikhail?
Yeah.
Oh.
The guest?
Oh my gosh, you're going to make me look up his name again. What's his name? Joel McHale.
Yeah, Mikhail.
Yeah, Joel McHale.
He was like, it was the guy, Brandon from 90210. I'm trying to remember his.
He was close. He was close on the guest.
Close.
He was really close.
He was like, when you guys were talking about Megan Fox and the Fox and all that, he's like, I thought you guys were going to figure it out. But close, but not.
Close, but no cigars, as
toast.
they say. I learned the meaning behind the close, but no cigars thing, but I forgot what it meant.
So what was the point?
I don't know. I was going to say something and I was like,
really?
I don't know. Some teacher in school was like, oh yeah, you know what
You're
the close, but no cigars comes from? Something about something. And you could be close, but like not actually like get a real cigar. Something about playing for a cigar. I don't know. I don't remember. And so they would be like,
of the Cuban cigars?
So they would literally say close but no cigar. I don't know. Maybe they were like playing for cigars or something. Something like that. I don't know.
Close, but you don't get a cigar. It just
made me think of that. Like when you say close but no cigars. Or there's another one. Close but no.
You're close but no toast. No, I don't know.
Close but not the jackpot. I don't know.
I have no idea.
Anyways,
so
so it's another good episode. Another good episode. It felt way too short. We are cutting down groups A and B down to, it looks like 3 people. And then I'm assuming the episode after next week, we're finally going to get into groups C and D. Mm-hmm. And then we'll have a final between groups C and D. So far, we have not been let down with any of the people that have been on the season except for the one, just because he chose to unmask himself. But you know, so far we haven't been let down yet. So excited to see what comes next. Can you think that the bar can get higher in the final 2 groups of people we have yet to see?
Man, it's gonna be hard.
Maybe there's just one final group.
As people start getting voted off, it's just gonna keep getting harder and harder on who's getting voted off. I know. It's gonna be down to like.
It's going to get down to the nitty gritty when you get down to the final 2. It's going to be like, or the final 3.
You're going to have to like nitpick to send people home.
Yeah.
You're going to have to do like little nitpicks. Like,
I can't wait.
They just messed up. They're going home.
Part of the joy that I can't experience right now is that, you know, you love the feeling when you get in a roller coaster and then you get like the drop and then it gives you that feeling in your stomach, that adrenaline. since I can't achieve that by going to a theme park right now. Even though the theme parks are
watching
open.
The Masked Singer.
Yeah, I get that little moment in The Masked Singer when we're like waiting to see who gets that mask. I'm like, oh my gosh, who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Or when I watch Dancing with the Stars and I'm like, who's going to get voted off today? Well, now on the next episode of Dancing with the Stars, I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, who's going to get voted off today? Because they eliminated the 2 worst people so far. So now we're going to start eliminating, you know, good ones. More good, like good people.
Yeah, that's where it starts getting down to like the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
It's
you always have the first couple ones. They're like, they're going to go.
But see, I think with The Masked Singer, though, the worst costumes they are wearing, like the heavier costumes or the hotter costumes, I think they're going to just like sometimes just mess up just to go home because they probably can't take it anymore.
Remember, who was it on last season who was like epic singer? She was the flower?
Patti LaBelle.
Yeah, and it was like, what? Like, and how can you not win this whole competition right now?
Because I think it was just too much for her. She like
flopped that performance on purpose. Because even when she got eliminated because of it, and then she sang it again the second time, it was like amazing. I was like, where was this the first performance?
Because I think imagine wearing that all the time, being hidden, can't do anything, a lot of work. Can't show your face, can't talk about what you're doing. Nobody knows who you are. You gotta wear that costume from the time you leave the hotel room.
You gotta be all in.
Yeah, you just gotta be all in. So it takes a toll. It takes a toll, and I don't know. That's what's gonna end up happening. People are just gonna mess up the ones that want to go home.
I wonder if I would be able to do that, like get in the costume and do a performance like that.
Only people that want to go all the way to the end are gonna be bringing it. I think the Sun is going to go all the way to the end because she's competitive.
Yeah. She's got a lot of energy.
She's like competitive.
Same thing with the seahorse and same thing I feel like with the serpent.
Yeah. That's why they're going to be all the way to the end because they have like all this energy. They ain't going to let it go.
I feel like those 3 could be the final 3. Although the last group is yet to be seen. But I don't know. I just feel like those 3 so far, they've been the top.
And their costumes aren't that bad.
That bad?
Like heavy.
I thought you were like saying like they look bad. I was like, what?
No,
I love their costumes.
Are awesome.
Yeah, I like all of them.
Like it's not that bad to wear.
I would wear that seahorse costume without the mask.
Yeah, their costume's not that bad.
I would wear that sun costume. I would wear that serpent costume.
I don't know about Popcorn. She might mess up to just go home.
Popcorn.
I mean, she's older, so it's Tina Turner.
When you look at
it'll get to the point where, I mean, even though she has a lot of energy, but
Yeah, she did.
She has a lot of energy.
Maybe she wore the popcorn costume because she still had to show off the iconic legs.
Of course.
You think that's why she went with the shorter costume? She's like, that's her. Honey, I got to show these legs.
That's her signature, her legs.
And the way that she stands with her legs and how she points them, she's like,
they're
on display.
Her legs
I know. That's what really made me think that it was a young person. Nope. Tina Turner is not young.
She's not, but she's a young
She
soul.
had me fooled because I really thought it was a young person. And then she started singing and I was like, you can hear the age in the voice. Yeah. That's where you hear
That's why I could see her saying that she likes Nick. Yeah,
I could see that.
She's like, oh, honey, you coming home with me.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. I could see her flirting with him.
Yeah.
So
that wraps up today's episode.
I can't believe nobody picked her.
What do you mean?
Nobody up there said Tina Turner.
Yeah, somebody did say Tina Turner. Let me show you.
They said Vanessa Williams.
Well, not show you, but
what they say? Vanessa Williams. The one that sings I Will Survive. Somebody said her.
So the first time she performed, somebody guessed Tina Turner. It doesn't say which judge, but the initial guesses on the first performance were Tina Turner, Carol Baskin, and Mary J. Blige. The second performance, the guesses were Gloria Gaynor, Katy Perry, and Vanessa Williams.
Yeah, Vanessa Williams, no.
No, yeah, I'm gonna go with Tina Turner.
Yeah, I'm sticking with Tina Turner, and I'm not changing my mind.
So, like I said, that wraps up today's episode talking about The Masked Singer. So thank you for tuning in. We post episodes every Wednesday and Friday. So we've got, one more week? Or does The Bachelorette start next week?
I think it starts next week.
I think.
Next Monday.
So if The Bachelorette starts next week, our next episode is going to be a Bachelorette episode. And then our Friday episode will continue to be a Masked Singer episode. Yes. So that will be coming up. So stay tuned for that. And don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. Don't forget to leave a comment. We appreciate it. And as always, we hope that you're staying safe, happy, and healthy and manifesting everything you desire out of life.
Amen.